Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, introducing Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft, a game that doesn't really need any introduction, to be honest. I mean, as you know, in this series I want to show you again that I find it particularly interesting or worthy of attention for other reasons, but everybody knows Hearthstone, and even if you don't know Hearthstone, then let me summarize it very quickly. It is a TCG, which stands for Tradable Card Game. And that's all you need to know, because honestly, those tradable card games, if you know that they are tradable card games, then you can figure the rest out, because the overall idea behind the game is always fairly similar. The execution, however, is what matters. Hearthstone does have a fairly casual execution of the idea of tradable card games, and I'll be honest with you, I like Magic the Gathering way more, but when we compare stuff like Magic Online to Hearthstone, it's just not even a challenge, because honestly Hearthstone has such an amazing client, it's not even funny. So right now I'd say that this game does not have any serious competition at all. I mean, if we included real life card games, then Magic the Gathering would wipe the floor with this game, but since that is not the case, and we should not make those kind of comparisons, then even those of the Planewalkers, while nice, they are nothing close to Hearthstone. And I do like Hearthstone. I've been playing a little bit of it, and I have been enjoying it quite nicely. So there are a few things I should tell you, and then I'll end this cast, because it is going to be a very short introduction, because as I said, there is little to show you, because you probably already know everything by now. First of all, there is a store. Within the store you can either use gold to buy new packs of cards that, you know, give you more cards to play with, or you can use real money to buy more packs. And that's pretty much the gist of it. You can also use store in the arena mode, which I'll talk a little bit about later. And in said arena mode, you can use either real money or fake gold in order to enter the arena. And as you play through the arena, you might, if you win you know, enough games, then you actually might earn more gold than you paid at the start, which is a nice kind of idea, but I'll get to that in a second. What else do you have? You have got a quest log. This gives you quests that you should complete in order to gain extra gold. Yes, I know my level is pretty bad all across the board. As I said, I only have been playing a little bit of this. I mean, I've got a lot of things to play, but still I did play a bit of it, so yeah. So there is that. You've got 3 player modes. There is the play, where you play against other human players. Whenever we enter the play mode, we have to pick one of our custom decks or just the standard basic decks, and then you try to fight somebody else in ranked mode or in no, let me try and understand this again. Either in ranked mode or in unranked mode. So there's the gist of it. I haven't tried or even touched the ranked mode yet, because I don't have nearly enough cards and as of yet, so I would just be utterly stumped, even if I were actually good, which I'm not claiming that I am. I'm not this silly. What else you can do? Well, as I have shown you already, you can mess around with your current decks. By going into collection, you can view what cards you actually have, which is nice, and then you can enter crafting mode, which allows you to change some cards into other cards. So for example, let's go to, I don't know, Warlock. I can disenchant this card and gain a little bit of dust and use this card to create an entirely new card, which I might like a little bit better. I don't want to do so just yet. This is something you should do after you have more cards unlocked. So there is that. You can also create your new deck, so when you do that, you just select a deck that you want to create, like for example Warlock. Yes, it's just that. And then you select a bunch of cards that you can have. You can only have the maximum of 2 cards at the very most in every deck. The exception is the arena mode, when you do not have any limitation to the amount of cards of one type that you have, but there are some other limitations that I'll show you later. You can also sort this thing out quite nicely. You can set for cards and whatnot, and that's about it. Yes, I do not want to finish it automatically. I just want to delete this guy because I didn't even care about making him, so bye. So there is that. Unfortunately, you cannot right-click to exit menus, which I don't know why it is the case. Blizzard should think about this, because you can right-click in this game. There is this option. It's not like entirely touch screen per se. You can still right-click, so they could just make it that right-click makes the exit menus. This would be nice, wouldn't it? Anyway, practice is where you fight against AI, and you get substantially smaller rewards for that. In fact, you gain barely anything. You only gain levels, but levels are important because you need to have at least level 10 on every hero to have all the basic cards unlocked for this hero, which is the case for my druid, but not the case for my hunter. As you can see, all mage. So there we go, there's that, and then there is the arena. which I might as well show you right now, since I've been talking about it for this entire video, so I might as well show you what it is about. Let's play with my goat. I will enter the arena later on, but I will not play it on camera. The thing about playing on camera is that when you speak and play at the same time, you tend to make stupid mistakes that you wouldn't otherwise do, and I care too much about this 150 gold to just waste it by recording what I'm going to do, so no. Anyway, you start by being given a choice between 3 heroes. Right now I can choose between Hunter, Shaman and Mage, and I'll be playing with those heroes in the arena. Now, normally I'd probably go for Hunter, because I would want to level this guy to maximum, because there are 3 guys that I want to focus on: Hunter, Druid and Warlock. The rest I just want to have for fun and whatnot. But let's try Shaman, alright? I haven't played Shaman as of yet, and I kinda like him, although he's a little bit too random to actually be considered good in my eyes. But a good hunter would be nice. No, I'll never get a good hunter in arena. So you do that, once you pick a hero, you do that, and then you are given a choice of 3 cards that you want that you can choose from. And once you choose one of those 3, then you can do that over again, and you do this you repeat this process until you got 30 cards. You can have more than you can have an unlimited copy of 1 card. So for those 30 times you get Sun Fury Protector every time, then you can have 30 Sun Fury Protectors. Why not? But it's very unlikely, obviously. Here's your mana cap to help you keep track of all of this, and I'm not going to get anywhere deeper into that because I do need to think about arena, and this videocast is not the place for it. But I do want to show you some battle, because the battle interface and whatnot is where this game shines. So I'll play with my favorite deck thus far, my Druid deck. Now, I know that Gensei might be watching this and he might be learning a little bit more about my decks and preparing to fight me, because we will be playing a best of 5 at some point in the future, but it is early in the game. I did not unlock a whole lot of cards, so obviously this Druid deck, as with any other deck that I've got, is not finished. It's just here as more of a placeholder, I would say, than anything, just here to fight the AIs and occasionally players. I don't do like fighting players, it's enjoyable, and it's very relaxing as well. Alright. Oh wow, this is an amazing start. So, first of all, I start second, so I've got an extra card and a coin which will allow me to get an extra mana crystal whenever I need it for 110. I've got a lot of cheap cards at the start, and Savage Rover is one of my personal favorites. It can really make you win the game when the opponent doesn't not expect it. So just keep this hand. I really like it. It's a very nice early game hand, and I will gladly take it. As I said, the idea behind my Druid deck, not Druid, is to be able to get as much mana as soon as possible and then play big cards, whereas usually you would not be able to do so. So right now I could coin into Novice Engineer or something. I'd rather save my coin. I'm just going to skip this thing and play Novice Engineer on the 10-2. Right now, if I need to, I can give myself 3 mana crystals for free, which could be invaluable later on. Trust me on this one. I have been able to bring in the legendaries in arena mode. That cost like 10 mana on when I had like 6 mana or something. This can be quite incredible. So there we go. Do I want to do anything else? Not really. I'm sorry, my dear opponent, for making you wait for so long, Donatoyo, or whatever your name is. But as I said, commentating and playing at the same time is kind of difficult. So as you can see, you can already see the interface of this game. It's fairly simple, but it's also fairly nice. It gives you a good idea of what you can expect. And since I have wait, I don't have 2 of those cards. Never mind then. Well, this guy can trade very favorably against my guy, but if I give myself this, then all of a sudden I can kill him and still stay alive, and I've got Taunt as well, which will force the enemy to attack this card in the next turn if he brings any minions. I could have coined into an Acidic Swamp Ooze. I didn't do so as of yet. I might save my coin for later. I might actually coin into the Berserker, and I was just dealt 2 damage by the Priest. Priest is a very annoying deck to fight against because it's just very annoying. They've got a lot of removals, a lot of other BS, and yeah, it can sometimes be quite annoying. And they can still get you cards copy your cards from your hand into their own hand, which can be quite annoying, as I said already. Alright, so I think I'm just going to coin into the Berserker because it is a very nice card and I do like having it. I did want to reveal that I've got Ineverate in my hand as of yet, so I think I'm just going to take what I've got. Actually, yeah, let's just do what I did. I could coin into, not coin, but give myself extra crystals to shapeshift and then attack this guy so he's got less health, but I won't do so as of yet. Now, the interface, I mean the battlefield, you can interact with, which is nice. There isn't too much to do, honestly. When I was watching other people play Hearthstone, I was always like, hey, they're not using the battlefield cutesy thingies all that often, but the truth of the matter is that there are not too many things to play with. Every map has like 5 up to a few more things that you can play around with, and they are not that interesting, so you get bored of this very, very quickly, unfortunately, but you know, this just sort of happens, so yeah. Okay, I do want to kill this guy in a single hit, so what I'm going to do is playing a shot at Sun Cleric, which is going to give +1/+1 to my Berserker, and thus allow me to kill this guy fairly easily. After that, now this guy can trade very easily with my Sun Cleric, but what he cannot do, in fact, is trade with both Sun Cleric and an Acidic Swamp Ooze, which I guess I'm going to play just to have a little bit more board control. Board control and cards in your hand are the most important thing there are in this game. Mana is not this important, honestly, since you are given it every time your turn starts. So this is why Priest is annoying. They can pretty much kill everything unless you've got full attack with a particular creature. So yeah, it's mildly infuriating most of the time. So yeah, I think this is the gist of it. I might continue this video, guys, even though there is nothing more to show you, just because, you know, why not show you how I play? Even though, again, talking and playing at the same time is usually when I make a lot of mistakes, because it's very difficult to keep a track of everything. So I can then boost my guy to give him 4 damage, then I can make my hero deal 1 more damage to this guy, and this will not be enough at all. So what I would rather do is probably play my Ogre to, you know, make my enemy think of other things to do. Give my enemy more things to deal with in the next stand. Now, Priest does not have anything like Polymorph or anything like that, but he does have Taunt, because everybody can grab a few of the neutral cards and whatnot. And that's actually something I didn't mention as of yet, which is a very important aspect of the game. You can create your decks entirely. There are no boundaries to what you can do. You've got a pool of neutral cards that you can use in every deck, and every specific deck also has some unique cards that only this particular deck can have, which is a nice way of doing things, to be quite entirely frankly honest with you. Alright, so the problem is this guy I cannot reach at all, so what I am going to do is probably destroy this guy, because I need to do so anyway. And with the remaining mana, I'm probably also going to play a Stormwind Champion, giving my enemy... Oh, hold on a second. If I do so... Well, if I do so, then this Ogre will not die to a single hit, because my Ogre will gain +1/+1, thus having enough life to survive the enemy attack. Now, unlike in Magic the Gathering, which is something that I'm not a big fan of, but whatever, damage is persistent in this game on your creatures. It does not heal up unless you heal it up via spell or other minions, so yeah, whenever you damage something, it's very nice. And of course, Mind Control. I hate Priests so much, you have no clue. You really do not. They are the most infuriating to fight against. Oh great, I got my thing that I usually want to get at the start of the battle. Whatever, I can still get a 3 mana crystal. In fact, I would rather save it until I have 10 mana, because then it gives you a free card instead of mana. So yeah, there's much else to do. This guy can kill me really, really easily, and this guy. And there isn't much I can do about it. Let me correct that, there isn't anything I can really do about it, unless I play those 2 guys, and then in the next turn I utilize Savage Roar and try that Sun Cleric at the same time, which might seem like a waste, but I do want to kill this guy, since he is not even my enemy's guy. He is my guy that has been taking control. So yeah, there we go. I could attack the Stormwind Champion with my hero, but this would cost me a lot of life. Obviously, I gain 1 armor each time I use my special ability, which everybody has, which is a nice way of balancing the game when you are really unlucky, but I'll still take 5 damage even with my armor. So there we go. And yeah, there's no way I'm going to win this. This didn't go too well. Honestly, I probably could have made it a little bit better, but as I said, I didn't play it really optimally. Okay, I've got the Swipe, which is really nice actually, exactly what I needed. So with 4 damage dealt to a creature, I can deal 4 damage to this guy and then finish him off with Acidic Swamp Ooze. I'll gladly do just that, because it also deals 1 damage to everybody else. And now this guy is officially dead, which is very nice indeed. Now I can quite easily kill whatever else I want, by which I mean only this one guy, unless I use Sun Cleric to kill this guy. Honestly, both guys already use the Battle Cry, so it doesn't matter all that much, but I would rather kill the stronger guy. So let's use a shot at Sun Cleric, give this guy a 1/1, and kill this guy. Now the gnome, or gnome, I'm sorry, not gnome. Gnomish Inventor can actually trade with my Trill-wielded Yeti, but I will still have Shadow Sun Cleric on the field. I don't have really anything else in my hand, and the enemy has a bunch of cards, so I'm still most definitely dead, and yeah, Priests, F you. So yeah, there is that, and the enemy still has the taunt. And honestly, I don't think there is any point in me making this video any longer, since I'm just stumbling over my own words and there is nothing else to really talk about, so I hope you enjoyed this introducing Hearthstone. If you did, then please leave a like, maybe subscribe to my channel, and definitely leave a comment because I do enjoy reading said comments. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.